All right, happy Sunday, everybody. So welcome to the Tower Garden Q&A, and we're going to talk about growing your own food, and you'll hear from some other growers sharing their experience, and you'll get to ask real questions of them because people want to know how, is it easy, is it hard, what about bugs, all the stuff y'all wanted to know about growing. We have some growers that grow inside, some growers that grow outside, and we'll tell you the difference and all of that stuff. But what I do want to say about food. So our food, we need that to eat or to grow. And the produce that you find in the store, and I didn't make this up, is usually brought to you before it is vine ripened. So it has to be picked, and then it is given to you. It's picked, it's not ripened, it's made to ripen in the store, because if they picked it when it was ripened, then it came to the store, it would not last as long. And so oftentimes chemicals are actually put into the produce to make the tomatoes red, to make them last longer. And that can be a challenge, because if you're eating that produce, you're not getting what you think you're getting in terms of nutrition in your body. And it's very important in the world that we live in today to get the most out of the food that we eat for cellular health. And so growing your own food is a way to secure your own food source, and you know where it's coming from. You know the process it took to get to your table. And all of the growers on here feel that same way about growing. The way that we grow with our tower is through aeroponics. So there's no soil. And people wonder, well, if there's any soil, how do we get nutrition into the plants, into the produce? So there's a tonic solution. So all the good stuff that's in the soil, because now a lot of the soil is depleted, all the good stuff that's in the soil is being taken out, put into a solution that then is put into your tower and helps the plants to grow. So it's highly nutrient dense, grows faster than traditional garden, less space, less water, so very sustainable. And it's an easier way. It's less expensive than traditional gardeners. And I can say this for myself, I don't have a green thumb. I don't do traditional gardening. And so when they told me that I can do this and not mess it up, I said, I'm gonna do it. I'm in. I just want to eat my fresh produce. So we're gonna talk with some gardeners. So first, Donna is going to share with us. And at the end, we're gonna talk more about just some things that the questions that they come up if they have not been answered. But Donna is in DC area, Virginia?
Yes, Northern Virginia, Woodbridge, yes.
Okay, now tell us, go ahead.
Oh. Well, I'm gonna duck right here so you could see my virtual background of my tower, all right?
Oh, you really
so
duck.
It's a little cut off, but that was when it was started, midway, and then after 2 months growth, okay, and this is the Tower Garden home. Now, I'm going to show you, here it is. I'm going to flip my screen so you see the live now and what you're looking at.
Uh-oh, you got to flip again.
Wait, here we go.
Now you grow inside, correct?
Right now, yes.
Okay.
Yes. I am growing inside now, and I'm going to show you.
Okay.
There we go. So look, y'all.
Wow.
This is after about 3 months, and I have already harvested so much off of my tower already. I had big, fat, thick romaine. This is a different type of romaine. This is a Bibb lettuce. This is Boston lettuce. I love lavender, so I just let this grow because I love the smell of it. Basil, chives, thyme, Thai basil. This here is kale.
Wow.
Okay. This is my collard greens over here.
Right.
Exotic lettuces. Okay. And look at my babies. Check out my little, where are they? Come on, y'all. Look at my lunchbox peppers.
Oh, wow.
Look at my little, there's another one hiding up in here. I have more than that one. Where you go?
So
Look at this guy trying to hide from us right here. Okay.
oh, the
And
peppers.
then all of this right here, I'm gonna have to turn this around. And it's easy to roll around because wheels.
The wheels.
Okay. Check
Okay.
out this guy.
Oh, wow. It's a bell pepper, right?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Started out green and it's turning red nicely. Yes.
So, Donna, let
And
me
here's some more. Check them out.
see that. May I ask you a couple of questions? The questions that
Surely.
people usually ask, so I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
So you're growing inside, how, because you need lights if you're growing inside, and we'll talk a little bit about growing outside in a little bit, but if you're growing inside, you need lights. So how long are your lights on and how long are they off?
Okay, so you see these are LED cool,
Okay.
run by a timer here that I don't even have to think about it because none of this would be alive if I had to be thinking about turning on some lights or watering. Just let's make that clear. Okay. And here is the timer, and it's on 14 hours a day. So for me, I have it set basically from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. Okay. And then all the little ticks here are on the outside for when it's off, and they are pushed in for when it's on. So this is my off, this is my on period. Okay. So, and then here is the pump.
Okay.
I for indoor, O for outdoor. You can't get much simpler than that.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And
so
here,
it's easy. Okay.
here's the pump inside. This pumping the water up through the tower on the inside where the water is being showered down the roots. So the roots are getting the air and the water that they need, which helps them grow so much faster than pulling for it from the dirt.
And here's my next question. I think maybe I'm going to ask you only another question, and then because we have some other growers, I'm going to ask them. But who helped you put it together? Did you put it together by yourself? Did you need like an army and a team? Did you need like a handyman? Like who helped you put it together?
I put it together myself under the watchful supervision of my dog, Stella.
Got it. All right. So it's doable and easy. And I believe
easy. It has a video. It has also pictorial directions. I mean, totally easy to follow. And it was no problem at all.
Got it. All right. Hang on, Donna. We might come back to you. That's wonderful. I'm just as impressed about your peppers. And we'll talk a little bit later about the things that can be grown in the tower. So I'm gonna move over to Cece. Cece, where are you?
I'm right here.
Okay. Hi. So Cece's, so this is what I want y'all to know about Cece. So Cece's tower is not in her house. Tell us where your tower is and
my tower. Hi, everybody. I'm Cece. And my tower at my office. Yeah. I am a professional and I do colon hydrotherapy. And of course, when Robin told me about this, you know, when things make sense, they make sense. Yeah. And this really made sense because I not only knew what Robin was telling us about we're not getting such good quality of food. And then the other thing I thought, if I have it in my office, every single one of my clients is going to get to see. I baptized her. Her name is Miss Tower. And so everybody's going to get to see Miss Tower. We put music for Miss Tower. She's just like another teammate of our center. And she's got her sign and she has her TV for music. And when I put the seedlings in, I tell her, all right, Miss Tower, remember you're on display, so do good.
Do good.
So it's in my office and I say good morning to her. Good morning, Miss Tower. Oh, you're doing fabulous today. And my front office manager, she comes in, she goes, did you see Miss Tower? Did you see those leaves? Oh, so she's just like on a showcase.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
do you, okay, here's a question. Do you have you seen any bugs on her?
I did at the very beginning. I
Okay.
had 2 bugs, and it was one of my clients who came in, and we saw some little drops
Uh-huh.
on the white. And then I thought, I am not like Robin. That's why this made sense when Robin told me, because I know Robin, she's very truthful, she's very honest. And when she says, I'm not a gardener, I thought, I'm not a gardener. I could do this. So anyway, those little droplings were there. And I had a client, and she goes, you have a bug. I said, I
Uh-huh.
do. Well, how
Mhm.
do you know that? Well, those little droplings there, that's their kind of like their poop.
Uh-huh.
And I thought, what? So she just kind of carefully and lovingly, and we found that there were 2 little green ones.
Uh-huh.
And I couldn't have seen them because they were green. And I
Okay.
didn't know because I'm not a gardener. But we found them, and I've never had one again.
Awesome. And so
Yeah.
you grow, what do you, this is my last question for you. What are you growing in Miss Tower? What's the
I
produce?
am growing a lot of greens. We just
Oh,
harvest from her. Look. And
oh my
she's, see, we just harvest from her.
God, that is crazy. I get excited.
Right?
You would think I've never
I
seen
mean,
this, right?
oh, this is what we do. And so she gets trimmed, and now I'm gonna make some delicious. I just have a lot of microgreens, super lettuce, kale, oh gosh, arugula. If you guys like arugula and you taste this arugula, I'm sorry, you ain't never gonna want more arugula than Tower arugula.
Got it.
Because when you taste the real arugula, man, I
Mhm.
don't even know what they're selling us out there, because I went to the store and I'm like, this don't even smell like nothing now.
Yep. Yep. You said
Yeah.
something very, very true, that the food, it tastes so much different when it comes out of the tower.
Oh
Who knew, right?
gosh.
You once you realize it, you're like, what are they giving us in the store? Like, what are they giving us? We don't know what they're giving
And
us.
and Robin, I just want to say this because I think this is just the perfect time and the perfect season to talk about this.
Mhm.
I had kind of saw the writing on the wall, but I think
Right.
the time is now. In the near future, if we don't grow our own, we're not going to be eating real.
No.
So
Yeah.
this kind of sounds scary at first, but then when you go, no, 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 relax. God's got this. Miss Tower.
Yes.
Get your own Miss
Yes.
Tower,
It's your
grow
own
your things,
power.
and just get into your own health. This is for my health.
And it's your
And like I said,
responsibility, right? Your health is your responsibility.
that's
Yes.
my hashtag forever and ever till I die.
Thank you so much. Hang on if you're around. We might have some questions at the end, but thank you so
Yes,
much for that. Like, that was a lot of
yes,
produce you have in those bags. I'm so excited.
I know.
I
Me
know.
too. I get to make that salad this afternoon.
I know. I'm so
I'll
proud of
post a picture of it so you
you.
guys can see it on my social media. Yeah.
Please do. All right, Miss Warlicia. Warlicia is a indoor grower as well, and we're going to talk to outdoor growers. Don't worry. So Warlicia, she is in Las Vegas, where the weather is hot and it's cold. And now, Warlicia, you grow inside and outside. So share with us, if you can, a little bit about your experience with growing inside and outside. So where are you, Warlicia?
Yes,
Okay, there you go.
yes. Here I am.
Okay.
Yes, I'm in, like Robin mentioned, I'm in Las Vegas. So a lot of people will say, Las Vegas is so hot, but it's really the best thing out here, because if you want to grow your own, it's halfway impossible unless you're going to use a whole lot of water in digging up the ground. The ground is so hard because we don't get much rain. We get about 2 inches of rain a year. That's about it. So that, for us not to get so much rain, the ground is packed and it's hard. So to try to have a garden or whatever the case may be, it's hard to dig up and it's hard to keep it watered. So the easiest thing is to have a tower garden. But like Robin mentioned, it is hot. But so I have an outside garden, and the one that I have outside, we have like sort of like an over ease, whatever you want to call it. So in our backyard, so it gets So half of the day it'll be direct sun, and half the day it's a little shady. So it doesn't get sun beaten down on it the entire day. But it grows really well out there. And I guess it just adjusts. The plants themselves, I guess it just adjusts to the heat and the cold. And when it is cold, and I consider cold, like today is 55, 56, and I consider that freezing cold. But I know, but then I'm talking to people that's on the East Coast, which is where I am from.
Yeah.
But they're like, it's 30 degrees or it's 10 below. And that is really cold, but it's considerably this cold here when it's 55 degrees. So, but what I do is I don't buy the actual blankets that you would buy for the Tower Garden. I just put a blanket or a sheet around it. And
Outside.
Outside, I just put a blanket around.
Okay, that's important.
Spread a blanket around.
If you're in a cold climate, that's too cold. I'm just repeating what you're saying because I don't ever put a blanket on mine because I'm in California. But when it's cold, you put a blanket around it. All day or just at night?
Nope, just at night. Just at night. So before I am in the house for the day, I'll put a blanket around it. And then in the morning, I'll just take the blanket off. So it kind of, because the plants, they do create a little bit of their own heat, just a little bit. So but it creates enough heat of it on its own that it will keep it a little warm. And if it gets really, really cold, I've talked to people that's in the East Coast. There's you can put like a fish tank heater. You can put that inside of the water to heat the water up as well. But I have never had to do that. I just put my blanket around it and it's nice and cozy at night. And then I'll come in the morning and just take the blanket off and it's good.
Like a baby, put the baby
like a baby. I put the baby to sleep. Like Cece said with her Miss Tower. So I put her to sleep at night and then in the morning. And I don't have to do that much because it's not that cold at night that much. Like January and February are our coldest months. And after that, we're good.
So let me ask you this, because people are listening and we want to keep it real, right? So we're talking about how wonderful the tower is, and it's wonderful. So have there been any challenges for you at all? Because what, if any, have been challenges, if at all?
Okay, yes, there have been challenges. I know you mentioned, asked someone about bugs. I don't get bugs very often, but if I do, they're hard to get rid of because, like Cece mentioned, you can't see them. If they're green, they're green on your greens, and they do. And the only way you do know you have them is they do live little poop spots, I guess you could say, around it. So you'll see that on all the white. But what I have to combat that is this thing, which you might hear come on in a minute, but it's a floor fan. So throughout the day, I can kind of when the water comes through, the fan cuts on. So it's not a fan that stays on 24 hours a day. It just comes on when the water is being watered through the Tower Garden, because I have it plugged in the timer. So when the water comes on, that's when the fan runs. But that is what keeps the bugs away, because as it's fanning, it's making the leaves move, and so the bugs, they don't stay around. They feel like it's just like when you're batting away a bug. Yeah, so that's how the fan acts, like you're fanning away a bug or something like that.
Who told you that?
So that keeps,
How did? Go ahead.
who told? You know what? I don't even remember. I can't remember who told me. But I felt like that was an ingenious idea when they actually, my mom told me. And I think about it, my mother told me, because she has a floor fan for hers as well. So, and when it cuts on, the fan blows and it blows the leaves, and I don't have any bugs. Mine is pretty new. New meaning I just planted my babies last week. I cleaned the entire Tower Garden. I've had it though since the day it came out. So it's been a year and a half. Been a year or 2 years. I forget how long.
It's been longer. It's been like 2 years.
2 years since November when the home came out. But my outside garden I've had for 3 years now. So so that's it. That is a problem when it happens, because I've had to take my entire tower down and get rid of all my vegetations because of bugs. So I never. Right. So I never want that to happen again, because I had a big old cabbage. It was huge, and I was allowing it to just grow, 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 see how big we get. And then I saw bugs, and I was so unhappy about that. So I said, this is not, I'll never have that again. But yeah, so I'm growing all kinds of things, and I have my fan and it blows, because someone did say, well, they don't want to have the fan blowing all day long or whatever, but it doesn't. It just blows when when the water runs. That's it.
So I think,
Can I
and I'm
make
gonna
a
have, oh, 1 second, go ahead.
Well, Walicia, awesome with the
Yes.
fan and timer. I heard about the fan, but not with the timer. That is really cool.
Yes.
And as far as bugs, catching them really quick is important. Things like DEET, and there's a number of natural concoctions that you can put together
Right.
to help treat before you have a problem.
With it.
And things to look out for so that you don't end up losing your whole crop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Whole crop. Yeah. And I've since then got this.
what I do know,
Right.
and we just, for those that are listening that are not growers, what we do, and then Elizabeth, if I'm gonna say this, and then Elizabeth, are you able to go outside so you can show us her outdoor? Okay, so Elizabeth's gonna go outside and we're gonna have her in just a second. But those of you who are non-growers, let me just tell you about the support of our community, because there's just, every time we get together, we learn, and we want to there's just so much information. So we do these calls, information calls for non-growers, but for our growers, we also have a call just for growers where we're like, well, what do you do about this? And what do you do about that? And then there's a Facebook community with like 20,000 growers. So we're here to support you every step of the way in different ways. And that's what's good about our community. So I'm going, because I'm looking at our time. Y'all know I'm a time stickler. Those that are listening live or listening recording, I know you're going to have other questions. And if we didn't answer it, we want you to contact the person that invited you here. But Elizabeth is a outside grower, and she's just going to show us really quick her outside tower. So y'all got to see the inside tower, because I feel like we always talk about the outside one. So we wanted folks to see you can grow in your home all year round, no matter where you are. So Elizabeth, are you there? Let me know when you're ready.
Hey there, I'm right here. Can you hear me?
Let's see your
Okay.
outside.
I had my tower. I bought one of the indoor ones and had it right here indoors with the
Okay.
lights. And then I had issues with, I didn't know about the fan to do the fan indoors. So this is the tower home that I have. I took the lights off of it and it's been outdoors ever since. And then it is right next to, and I'll show you what's growing on here, because that always makes me very, very happy. I've got green peppers growing, I think, and strawberries. And this is the first unit that we had sold before they came out with the other unit, and it is the larger base, so it can handle tomatoes. I've got tomatoes coming. And please forgive the planes. I'm really close to John Wayne Airport. But the Swiss chard keeps on giving, and got bok choy and tarragon and different kinds of greens and celery and dill and edible flowers and parsley. The brilliant part is how many different things you can grow on one tower. And this tower, I have an extension on it as well as a microgreen extension on it. It has an extension and a microgreen extension. So I went up before I got the second tower, because I didn't have really room for a second one. I didn't think out here, but lo and behold, I do have two out here now. And gosh, romaine I grow, and because we love it. And then there's kale, all different kinds of kale. The variety is what gets spinach I've got going right now, because it's a cold weather plant. And then anytime you harvest, like this, I harvested, and it's going to grow back. So it's that just keeps on giving with many of these different plants. As you harvest, they remake. These are the sweet peas. I got a couple of peas off of that already. So those are my two towers that
Awesome.
giving. And like you were talking about, there's a lot of natural things that you can do to avoid having major bugs. Of course, we had a lot of rain here yesterday, but everything's perked back up. And
Beautiful.
outdoors, all I do is I sprinkle the top with cinnamon or cayenne to
Yes.
keep any of the white butterflies away. But
Nice.
that's it. If you
Awesome.
have any questions.
So there are some questions. I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to run through the questions and answer them really quick that have come in. And I would say what Elizabeth said is that outside growers, we put, and this has worked beautifully. I put cayenne pepper at the top and at the base, and I have very minimal bugs this season. So that is a hack and it works. Let me go through some of the questions that I'll answer for you. So about the seeds.
Oh, that's good. One other thing I want to say to them.
Go ahead.
That the reason why that fan works indoors is because it's naturally also pollinating. Not only is it keeping the bugs, it's irritating the bugs. If any aphids come with the seeds, like sometimes you'll get something like that. But the fan will pollinate indoors and it acts like a light breeze. So you never have to hand pollinate anything.
Got it. Got it. All right, y'all, we're coming to a close soon, but I just wanted to get some of the questions answered. So the seeds come with the tower. So everything that you need to grow comes with the tower. And the seeds that come are seeds that are easiest for you to grow. So which would be your lettuces and some of your herbs. And when you want additional seeds, there are lots of vendors all across the country that we recommend. However, you do not have to buy from those vendors. You can buy and get seeds from wherever you want, but just know wherever you get your seeds, that's the quality of the produce, right? Be it if you're looking for non-GMO seeds or whatever your preference is, we just have a list of growers that grow within the standards that we recommend, but you can get them from anywhere. You can, the question that comes up is, how long does it grow? So a plant can last about 6 months, and sometimes the sharp tard may last longer. So you clip it and it comes back. So it's not like you clip it and then it's done. I think like radishes, when you clip radishes, they don't come back. But for the most part, you clip, it comes back really, really fast. And you pretty much would replant every season or cleaning it you replant every season because there's different plants you can use. And there is a guide that tells you what season or based on where you are. Cleaning it, I dismantle mine I say you should do about every 6 months. I do mine every 9 months. I am the person that is the laziest of everybody. I don't talk to my tower. I don't put a blanket on my tower. I don't have a name for my tower. I don't even barely clean my tower. It's just there and I eat from it. So I'm that person. I'm that example. And the tower saves you money if you look at the yield and what you're not purchasing at the grocery store. You're on the positive. So I'm going to say to y'all that are listening to contact the person that invited you here to find out how you can get the tower. It is affordable, and there's multiple ways that you can have this tower in your home. So again, contact the person that invited you here, ask them how you can get the tower in your home. And if there's an opportunity for you to be a part of our healthy living community, because we feel like each one teach one, and there's an opportunity for you to be a part of our community and help share the message of healthy living around the world and getting the top quality produce in your body. So I thank all of you for being here, for sharing. And I'm going to stop the recording because I know y'all might have some questions amongst each other, but I'm going to stop.
I love that, Robin. Everyone teach one.
Yes, really though, because that's how it goes. So you have to pay it forward. So again, those that are listening live or as a recording, please contact the person that invited you here to figure out how you can incorporate the tower into your inside or your outside, and you can get growing for your family. And if you're a mom with children or a grandmother, this is phenomenal, because if you get them to help you grow, they're going to eat what they grow. There's just something about the kids participating. All right.